Holding the camera. I met here in Yellow Springs and she went out to Hawaii and then came back here.
Aloha.
Aloha. So, as all of you know, the original inspiration for me to leave to Hawaii was to go to Michigan and ask someone to marry me. And that's all the details I gave. And as the details are always changing, I'm going to share with you the backstory. Since Christmas Day of 2014, I was in Ashland, Oregon, and I had a MDA adventure. And for those who don't know what MDA is, look it up if you want to know. But it's a medicine. And I was sitting on the couch and I was dancing around, and all of a sudden I felt this energy, this presence in front of me, and it was very powerful, but it also felt like myself. And so I stopped and I said, "Welcome, who are you?" And clairaudiently and sentiently I get, "I am your reflection of an equal counterpart." And I'm like, "Awesome, thanks for showing up." And I dedicate the rest of this journey to us. And I'd dance around and it's fun, and then when I got tired I'd lay down on the couch and I could literally feel her in front of me while I was hugging the pillow. And then the next thing that happened was about 2 months later, I was in Sedona, Arizona after my first Reiki class, and one of the people that was there was like, "Hey Infinity, I need to talk to you." So we walk off to the side. He's like, "I need to let you know you're going to meet your eternal mate this incarnation, but you have to be very patient. It's still going to be a while. She's still very young." I was thinking maybe spiritually and physically as well. Wasn't quite sure, but open to it. And I'm like, "What will you tell me about her?" She's like, "Well, what do you want to know?" I'm like, "Is she short?" I always had this thing for short girls. And she's like, "No, she's about 5'7". And I'm like, "Alright, damn it, whatever." "Does she have dark hair?" "No, blonde hair." And I'm like, "Ah, damn it. Alright." And she told me that she had a very butterfly type energy to her. And I'm like, that works for me. And very fairy at the same time. I'm like, awesome, cool. About a month later in Sedona, me and a friend were at one of the rivers that runs through there. And he went off to meditate and I fell asleep for a nap. And I get woken up to a woman's voice calling my name. And I wake up and I'm like, "Yeah, who are you? Where you at? What's going on?" And I still recognize that voice. When I was in Michigan in 2016, between one festival and the next festival, I got the inspiration to go to Colorado to visit a friend and then come back. And that was the inspiration that it took to leave that area. And the most excited person ever to pick me up, Gary Phillips. Love you, brother. I'll send you a copy of this video just for fun. Pulls over, he's like, "Hi, my name's Gary. What's your story? I really want to know more about you. Where are you going?" The most excited person ever to pick me up for a ride. And I'm like, I don't even know if I have an option with leaving or not, or going with him or not. So I did. And after about 20 minutes, we hit a traffic jam, and he's like, "Infinity, what's your time frame for getting to Colorado?" And I'm like, "I don't have one." He's like, "You want to come over for a few days?" And I start laughing, and we both start laughing, so I go over. And we turn around, get off the freeway, and he's like, "Oh, I should probably call my wife and see if this is okay." And she's okay with it. And it was a Saturday. And he told me, and in Michigan, I'm known as Finn. Only for Michigan. Please and thank you. And he's like, it was on a Saturday that this happened. He's like, "Hey, Finn, on Sunday, there's this little church I go to. Would you like to go tomorrow?" And I'm like, and I just had this feeling that I really, really needed to go. So I'm like, totally. So we go hang out at the campground and then go back to the house. And the next morning he's like, "Do you still want to go to church?" Because we woke up a little bit late. And I'm like, "Yes, have to go." And I'm like, "All right, let's do it." So we get there, and the whole way there I'm getting this, "I know, bud." Nova's having a blast here. Yes, she is. Good girl. Good girl. And I was feeling this energy that was very calm, very still, very balanced. There's a Buddhist quote that says, when you see someone and there's that super exciting energy, that's not the person. If it's a very calm, still knowing, that is the person. So there was an excitement, but it was very grounded, very centered, with no anticipation or expectation of what was about to unfold. So we get to the church. Gary sits with his wife and their daughter, and I sit 2 pews behind these 2 girls. And kind of like how my name, Infinity Rael, came to me clairaudiently, all of a sudden, and I had been calling my eternal mate Butterfly for a while, and all of a sudden I get this clairaudient message as the head moves by itself, and I hear, that's Butterfly, that's your Butterfly. And as I hear that, she turns around and looks at me. And I'm guessing that she was like 22 to 24, blonde. And I could tell she was tall by the way she was sitting. And I'm like, okay, cool, awesome. She smiles at me, looks forward, that was that. After church, I went out front to smoke a cigarette, and a guy comes out. He's like, hi, my name's Scott Bartleston. It's so good to meet you. So glad that you're here. How'd you lose your leg? Oh, motorcycle? I'm a biker too. Oh, yes, Nova. Good job. Good job. And so, within a 5-minute conversation, he's wanting to do business with me. Tells me he's buying a piece of property in South Africa and wanted me to move there with the family. And he's like, all right, the pastor was gone for a 6-month
retreat
mission trip. That's what they are. Kind of like I'm on forever. And like, wait, we're all on. Anywho, and he's like, all right, I'll see you. Oh yeah, the pastor was gone for 6 months. First Sunday back, so they did a dinner, and there was like 20 people there. He's like, all right, Finn, I'll see you inside. And then this guy named John, who was an older guy, 73. And my dad was 73 at the time. And my dad's name is John. So it was quite synchronistic. Comes up, he's like, first words out of his mouth, Finn, where are you staying tonight? I'm like, potentially with Gary or wherever God wants me to be. He's like, well, you can come over and you can stay as long as you want. First words out of his mouth were inviting me to move in. I'm like, cool, going on a new adventure. So I went with him, and the next Sunday we went back to the church, because that's what he did every Sunday. And I could tell the energy. Oh, I forgot a part. All right, rewind a little bit. So we go in after I smoke a cigarette, and I'm the one-legged, face-tattooed hitchhiker guy in a little church of about 20 people, so everyone wants to know my story. And I saw a girl, the one who had looked at me, now sitting with Scott Bartleston, and I'm like, ooh, father-daughter, cool. I have fun putting puzzles together. And so I'm sharing stories, this and that, and she is just staring at me. And I empath like an excitement, almost a confusion, and whatever else. So I'm wanting to like give all of my presents to her because I knew that was stupid. I knew who she is. But I've got an audience of 20 people, so I'm sharing my equal presents with all of them. And after the church, after we're done with all that and after done with the dinner, Gary's taking me back to his house to grab the backpack and to go over to John's with Scott. And as I'm walking out of the church, Kelly and his mom walks up to me and is like, hey, Infinity, Finn, I want you to meet my daughter, Hannah. And absolutely, and there was more conservative, we do handshakes, and she had a really good handshake, and I complimented her on that. And her mom was like, yes, Hannah works with her dad doing stonework and whatever else is that they do. And then all of a sudden, me and her are eye-gazing and like losing ourselves within each other. And I empath her mom going, oh, whoa, wait, what's this going on? And it was I kind of giggled in my head because I knew she felt it. And then the next Sunday, go back, and her family invites me and John over for dinner. So we go over, and this part is important for the story because I know her house, I know what the inside looks like, been in there, so on and so forth. And I go to the next festival, leave that area. 3 months later, I have someone facilitate like a guided meditation for me that had a black thing over my face so I couldn't see. And I told the person everything I heard, saw, felt, anything I sensed, I just told her. And so I have meetings with Ascended Masters, Archangels, ETs of various types. I see other incarnations that I had, all these cosmic, galactic, badass experiences. And then all of a sudden, I'm at Hannah's house. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, I'm at Hannah's house. This is cool. And Forrest and Master was like, yes, dude, that's her. That's your butterfly. And they gave me a time frame, which I haven't uttered it, but to one person. But I'm here now, so it's maybe around that time frame. And 1 year to the exact day from when me and Hannah met, I was in Lapahoihoi, Hawaii, and the owners of the work trade asked me to go work on one of their houses doing painting. And so I did that, and I walk in, and there is Hannah's name painted on the wall that I got to paint over. So there was that synchronicity, and very powerful. Oh, no, I forgot a part. Shit. Okay, so the first day at church, when I first met her on the way to Gary's house, I look at Gary, I'm like, dude, I'm going to marry her one day. And this is part of the reason that I haven't shared this story a whole lot, and I just now don't really give a shit. That's my story. But I'm like, dude, I'm going to marry her one day, and he's like, you might have to wait a while. And I'm like, remember, earlier I said that I saw her as like 22 to 24. And I'm like, why is that? And he's like, because she's 16. And I'm like, bullshit, dude. There's no fucking way, no chance in hell she is 16. She's got minimum 20 years old. And then it came back with what the lady in Sedona had said is, you got to be patient and wait a while. She's still really young. Hadn't clicked. Then it did. And had forgot about it for a while. And then the guided meditation thing happened. And then a year to the day, her name painted on the wall. And I was up at the circus party in Waimea, for those of you who know that. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah, aloha. Love you guys.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. Exactly. And after that, or at the circus party, I was talking to my friend River, and I told her the story that I just shared with all of you. And she's like, sometimes the universe will bring us, or bring the experience to us, like it did, but sometimes you have to go to it. And I'm like, but I don't have an ID. And I hear someone chime in, I left without an ID, I flew, and I'm like, fuck off. I don't want to hear it. But that was the inspiration to leave Hawaii, to come here, to go to Michigan. The day before I left Hawaii, I was talking to Gary through text, and he had said that he had just gone up and visited Michigan, and Hannah and her family hadn't been there in a while. That's what I haven't shared publicly yet, so I figured I'd just share the whole fucking story with all of you, because it's really exciting. So, I don't know what's going on as of now. I don't know where she is, but I'm also doing this video, and I'm going to YouTube it, and Facebook it, and share the shit out of it, and if you feel called to share it, oh, there's a chance that Scott, her dad, had said that because they had property in Idaho, that they might be moving out there. So if I've got Idaho friends that somehow, maybe, I don't know, leave it up to the universe from here on out and forever and always. That's the story of why I left Hawaii. And I'm now home here in Yellow Springs and Cincinnati, starting my first center, finishing the book, getting it out there. And as the insight comes to travel to wherever she is, or if she sees it and comes to here, check it out. As always, I fucking love you guys. This is epic. Aloha.
Aloha.
Oh, that's my best friend I live with.
Seth. Aloha and mahalo.
Woohoo!